Imagine navigating through the dark canals of a region near a large Latin American city. The water is black, almost opaque. Suddenly, you see something swaying in the trees ahead. As you get closer, you realize they're dolls. Hundreds of them, thousands, hanging by ropes around their necks like they've been hanged. Empty eyes staring at you, missing limbs, faces melted by the sun, covered in moss and spiders. Welcome to the island of hanged dolls. In 1950, a 30-year-old man abandoned his wife and children to become a hermit on a small artificial island in the canals. He wanted to live in solitude, grow vegetables, fish. Local residents thought he was strange but harmless. The hermit would spend days without speaking to anyone, rowing his small boat through the shadowy canals, talking to himself. But everything changed a few weeks after his arrival. It was a cloudy afternoon when the man heard screams coming from the canal. He ran to the shore and saw something floating in the water. A small body, a girl, no more than 7 years old, wearing a soaked white dress. The hermit jumped into the water, but it was too late. The child was dead, drowned. He never knew who she was. No one ever came looking for her. According to reports, he buried the body on the island, but never revealed where. That moment haunted him for the rest of his life. In the following days, the man began to hear things: wet footsteps at night, a child's laughter echoing through the trees, a soft voice calling his name. He could barely sleep. Then, approximately a week after the tragedy, something floated to his island. It was a doll, old, dirty, but with its eyes open. The hermit was paralyzed. He was certain it belonged to the dead girl. Her spirit was sending a sign. He hung the doll from a tree with a piece of rope as an offering. To calm her spirit, he would tell the few visitors who ventured there. But hanging that doll brought no peace. On the contrary, the manifestations, according to him, got worse. The hermit began to see the girl's silhouette among the trees at dusk. He swore the doll changed position during the night. The eyes seemed to follow him. He became convinced that one spirit wasn't enough. The entire island was haunted. He needed more dolls, many more. The man began his obsessive search. He scavenged through garbage dumps in the nearby city, picked up abandoned dolls from the streets, traded his vegetables and fish for dolls with other residents. Some he fished directly from the canals, discarded dolls floating in the dirty water. He didn't choose pretty dolls. The scarier, the better. Dolls without arms, without legs, without eyes. He deliberately mutilated some himself, ripping off limbs, burning faces, decapitating heads. They need to suffer to protect the island, he would explain to the few visitors who ventured there. Each year, more dolls were hanged, 10, then 100, then 1,000. They covered every tree, every corner of the island. He dressed them in old clothes, placed some inside rotten crates, left others floating tied near the shore. The hermit developed strange rituals. He talked to the dolls, asked their names, said they answered back. At night, he lit candles around them and sang lullabies. Occasional visitors reported disturbing experiences. Dolls whose eyes seemed to move, whispers coming from the dolls when the wind stopped completely, the sensation of being watched by hundreds of empty eyes. The hermit talking intensely to the dolls as if they were responding. He insisted the dolls came to life at night. He said they walk around the island. They protect this place from evil spirits, but also they ask for things. They want more company. In 2001, after 50 years living on the island surrounded by mutilated dolls, the hermit was found dead by a relative. The body was in the canal, floating in exactly the same spot where he said he had found the drowned girl 50 decades earlier, drowned the same way. Some say it was a heart attack followed by a fall into the water. Others believe it was suicide. He finally gave in to madness. But the most superstitious are certain the girl came for him. Here's the most chilling detail of this entire story. Investigators were never able to confirm the death of any child drowned in that canal in 1950. There's no police record. No family reported a disappearance. No body was officially found. Did the hermit really see a dead girl? Or was it all a hallucination that triggered 50 years of obsession? Today, the Island of Dolls is one of the most disturbing tourist attractions in the country. Thousands of dolls are still there, many of the originals hung by the hermit. Tourists visit during the day, but local guides refuse to stay after sunset. And the reports continue. Whispers, eyes that move, a sensation of a child's presence. Local boatmen avoid passing by the island at night. They say they still hear the hermit talking to his dolls, and that sometimes the dolls answer back.